Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
I'm live. Part 2, same video. Now we went over the how much gross and net you're gonna have using these dimensions between 50 and 55 inches. But reading the comments on that video, people were saying, I don't see how you come up with a displacement of 0.2 on the port. Once again, numbers don't lie. So, take these off. For MB, got time for conjunction right here. This is basic. This is basic. So, once you look down here, focus down here. Now, this is the MBE weight. This is what I recommend. 2/8 put to the passenger side. The distance here could be, depending on the subs you use and the volume requested, between 50 and 55 inches, because you got 60 from one side of the door to the other side. I always go no longer than 55, so the port will have at least 5 inches to breathe, because the port is going to be somewhere between, here we go. The back of the box, before you go any further, let me say this. The calculations I had earlier with the 3.2 and 2.5, y'all know y'all need visuals. The calculations right here, right? This is using 3/4 inch wood. 0.75. You use 0.75, you can get somewhere around here with these calculations. All right, 3.3, 2.5 net, 13 is high in the front, 9 in the back, 7 in the front, 10.5 in the back, 2.5. That's using 1/4 inch thick wood. If you use 1 inch or more, these numbers do what? What they do, baby? I'm my wife, I don't know. Decrease. They don't increase. So the thicker the wood, the less volume. These numbers are going to go south. Some of y'all don't know what south means. It's going to become lessen, decrease. Not the same volume inside the box. So this is the MB weight. A lot of manufacturers like to use this way. Not going to name a lot. Some of these prefab boxes like to use this way because this is a look. This makes y'all think, oh, this is going to get loud. 4 port in the middle, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at the look. Either the port be too small or the port be absurdly too big. Because in the tuning of an enclosure, whether it's square or using this shape here, the walls have to stay the same cross-sectional length for a given time, for a given length for desired tuning. I'm using the 2.5 in net box, which is 10.5 inches high in the front, 7 in the back. Between these two pieces of wood, and I do the thickness for 0.75. If this is 7, that means this is 5.5. 5.5 inches. Oh man. Because it's going to be a gradual increase. It's going to be a gradual increase. So roughly, let's say you use a, gotta stand him out the way. He's so big. So you can see the number. No, I'm good, baby. There we go. So we can see. Then if your port is 5.5 inches in the back, with 3 inches width and height multiplied, 16.5 square inches of port area. MBE right there. Yeah, but that's really gonna change once you put this length in. Now, the longer the port, the lower the tuning. Facts. This is facts. The longer the port, the lower the tuning. If you shorten the port, your tuning is going to raise, for me, exactly where you don't want to have hip-hop and R&B music playing at. It's going to raise substantially, like 40, 45 hertz. You may be louder, but you will not be lower. You may be louder, but you will not be lower. So when I see the design, I automatically know, yeah, you can play the note, but you're not going to play the note with any authority that the MBE box will. Fat and fiction. So let's say you do a length of 22 inches. Well, 6.5 times 22 inches, which will give you between 20 and 24 inches or greater will give you a tuning between 30, we can go 30-ish, low 30s, below 35, with 20 and 22 being the 35 hertz tuning. Longer being getting to 33, 32, which is, I feel, optimal. So you multiply that length time that width and you get 363. Now, for you geniuses that didn't know how I came up with, well, how did they get a 0.2 displacement? They should be 0.7, 0.9. I don't know why you wanted to say that. Because if you agree with these dimensions and then you say the port displacement is going to be 0.7, well, 2.5 minus 0.7, I'm going to take the smallest. Leaves you with 1.8 before you put any sub in the box. That kills this theory. You can't, 1.8, yeah, 1.8 before you put the subs in. Oh my God, yes, fact, not fiction. So, if, as I stated, the displacement is 0.2, I'm going to show you why. Because 16.5 times the length of 22, maybe 35 hertz tuning, divided by 1728. What's 1728? A cubic foot. Oh, yeah, you're right. So if this is square inches, we got about 3.63. I didn't work it out here. I brought it down. Is 0.21 displacement. That is inside the port. How, but we're not finished. You can't use this air in the volume of the enclosure. So now it's 0.2 from 0.5. Okay, now you're 2.3. How, but you need to factor this in as well. And this is why I said somewhere, if you watch the video, the displacement of the port is going to be somewhere between 0.2 and 0.3. Why? Because you didn't count this wood that's sitting inside this box as well. Now, if you calculate the wood, 0.06, maybe do this for me behind the scenes. 0.06 times, trying to make this video as short as possible. Can you just do it on the phone, make sure we get it? 0.06.
I don't have my phone.
Okay, 0.06 times, yeah, the iPad sitting right in your lap. I love my wife to death, but I love women. I love women. I do. I love them, man. I love mine for sure. 0.06 times 0.75, which is the thickness of the wood. What you got?
0.06 times what?
0.75. What is it?
0.045.
0.045. How? Multiply that by 22 because that's the length of the wood.
0.99.
0.99. Yes, you definitely did that wrong. Just hand that to me. Just hand that to me because the video is definitely wrong. Yes, definitely did this wrong. Definitely did this wrong.
Oh, God.
Yes. Ooh, yes. Now, those of you who watch the video know exactly what I'm saying. So what is it? 0.75 times, I did it wrong. Time the height, it's probably be about 6.75. With the 3-inch width, it's probably about 6. I did it wrong. Times 6.75. Oh man, come on. Times 6 point, my finger's too big. Times 6.5 is equal to 5 square inches, but you gotta multiply the length of the wood that's in the box too. So you're gonna multiply that by 22, and you're gonna come up with 111. 111 square inches divided by this number right here. 1728. 1728. 0.06. What? Yeah, so now that's why I put this here. The wood. So 0.2 is the actual air that's out the box. That's in the port. The Helmholtz resonator. Then 0.6, the wood that's in the box as well. All that comes away from this volume. 0.27. Now I believe I said 0.2 to 0.3. Depending on the tuning that you're going to use, that's how much it's going to be taken out of this number. So now 0.2, I just go ahead and round up, say 0.3. We had 2.2. Now the placement of the subwoofers have to come out. And I said, MB, what you say? Because it's on the video. Most of the Kings have a displacement between 0.08 to 0.13. So we point 2.2. So let's say you use, he has a displacement of 0.15. He has a displacement of 0.13. This is my beloved. Okay, both of these kings. We still, so 0.13, 0.26 from 0.2, 1.94. Yes, so now you make the box. Instead of making it 50, you make it 51 inches. Make it a little bit longer. I can get you right at 2 cubes for any king. Anyone knows that with an 8, 1 cube is optimal. It's a balance. Not too small, not too big. I tend to like 1.25. But if you want that, all I got to do is increase either the depth or the length. And I can give you 2.2 cubes net. And that's why I say this is the best option for the MBE way. It's the best option for sound. Now you could put 4 in there, but now you're gonna get like 0.5 per. It's not gonna be low bass. Now for this size, the people that like to use this design right here, if I'm at 0.27 with one piece of wood in the box, for you geniuses to say, oh man, it's the same. Here you putting in 2 pieces of wood. They are exactly the same length. I could take this port, and when you get to, it's almost like a rectangular box with where they got port sub. Well, if the port is 6 inches wide where you see it, when it goes back to the back wall, it splits left and right and turns 3 inches. That's the same thing they're doing here. So both of these pieces are the same. So this is now, depending on what tuning they're using, it could be 0.12. And then they put these absurdly huge ports because it's a marketing ploy. It looked like it's gonna go in. It is. As Jason VW said, yeah, it's gonna go in around 50 and 60 hertz. But when you start to want to go down low, you ain't got no volume in the box. You ain't got no volume in the box. You don't, MB. Exactly. Now, if you want to get some crazy volume in the box, go and get you a 13.5 inch seat lift. Now, I can't sit in the back seat. Don't let them tell you can. Now, I can't sit in the back. I can sit in the back seat. I can't. I'm going to lean forward a little bit or hold my head down just a little bit.
That's not functional.
That's not functional. It also is not aesthetically pleasing. Some people do it, though. I get it, man. Nobody sits back there. Okay, I get it. But I believe, MB believes in functionality, deep bass. Now, well, what's going to be, MB, I want just more bass than 2/8. Most of y'all ain't heard 140 dB at 30 hertz with 2/8. I know this for a fact. Because everybody comes see this, man, I can't believe that's just 2/8. This is fact, not fiction. Because you ain't heard it correctly. Now, you can increase the cone area because most of the manufacturers and all the brands that MBE back, you could take the same 0.15 inch displacement driver and use a 6.5, which is 0.5, and you could put 3 in the same spot. Same thing with the digital design. 0.13. His displacement on the 6.5 is 0.05. So in the same place you could put 8, you could put 3 of they 6.5s. You just increase the cone area in the same space. The bass still gonna be deeper, but you got more substance, but the bass is gonna be deeper. Because to them, the volume, for the way they move in the membrane, the air is commensurate for them to still play low. They still get the air still being compressed and rarefied, and you get the same tuning, but however, you're louder because you're moving more air up front. This has been a PSA from your boy MBE. Prove me wrong, man. You can't. Numbers don't lie. Who lie, baby?
Men and women.
Men and women. What these boys do? What these boys do?
Oh, they don't lie.
What these boys right here do, baby? What are those?
They don't lie.
They don't lie. They don't lie. I'm out of here.